What is love if you're not here with me? What is love? Hey, what's up? Hello, and what is good people? It's your girl Z, aka Zen, and if you're new here, welcome to Queen Z's World. As we talked about in the last video, which you can watch over here, everyone has a different definition of what love is or what self-love looks like. There's no set one definition fits all answer. This past February, I was really down on myself for literally everything. I wanted some advice on some self-love, so of course, I went to YouTube, just like you're doing now. I watched a few videos on self-love, some with good advice and some not so much. While some of the advice they gave was mediocre at best, a lot of it wasn't practical, which is why I couldn't really relate. It's hard to take advice like, love yourself and you are enough from people with cute clothes, flawless makeup, and chiseled bodies. You know those people who have not gone through something or they can't relate, yet they want to be giving the most advice? That's how it felt. It felt like the people giving the advice were so distantly removed from the situation that the things that they were saying didn't make sense to someone actually going through it. When you're dealing with self-hatred and you're in that moment, being told you're perfect just the way you are just doesn't make your insecurities disappear. Poof, like they're not gone. Hey, hold up, wait. I know what you're thinking. Then why did your video sound exactly like that? You are loved. Let me just say something in my defense. Here's something I realized. If you say something enough times, you will start to believe it. Sometimes you need to say the words to yourself that no one else knows that you need to hear. For example, you may think, man, I really hope someone notices my outfit today, or oh my gosh, I hope someone notices that my body's looking chiseled. Sis, bro, there's no guarantee that other people are gonna notice. Do it for you. Compliment your own self. There's nothing wrong with complimenting yourself or telling yourself that encouragement that you need to hear. Also, I'm the type of person who is able to give other people advice, but when I'm going through the same thing, I have no idea what to do. So in making this video series, it's actually me trying to help me. I made that video mainly for myself, but also as an introduction to this series. So if it sounds a little cheesy, it's probably because those are the words I needed to hear, so I said it to the camera so I could watch it. You know, that's kind of my idea behind it. But if you did get something from it, that is awesome, and I'm so glad. I think the main reason those videos never worked for me is because no one can make you love yourself. No one can decide that for you. I know it sounds craft dinner, simple and cheesy, but it's true. So if this video doesn't magically make you love yourself, it's all good. There were some people whose stories of self-love did really resonate with me and inspire me. They didn't solve all my problems, they didn't make me love myself and stop hating myself, but they did give me something to think about. I hope there's gonna be something that I say, one thing that gives you something to add to your own personal self-care basket. Journaling is something that I do very often. It's important for me to write things down. That way I can read them again and again, and each time I read them, they have a new meaning. One of the things that honestly turned around my cycle of self-hatred and turned it slowly into a cycle of self-love and self-acceptance and self-confidence was actually writing down a list of facts. No matter how I was feeling, those things were going to be true. And the things that I wrote down were things that I knew when I read them again, they were going to make me smile and remind me of how much I'm worth. I'm going to go through the list with you. And again, not everything I say may affect you the same way it affected me. Not everything I say may mean the same thing to you as it meant to me. But I really hope that me sharing this list is going to help you out in your journey, or help you help someone else who's also dealing with self-hatred and needs some self-love in their life. I'm going to tell you guys what I wrote, and you can repeat these words back to yourself if that's what helps you. But I'm just going to speak to you guys right now as I would speak this to myself. Number 1, you are God's child, invention, pride, and joy. Nothing can take that away from you. Romans 8 verse 38 and 39 says that nothing can make God stop loving me or stop loving you. Psalm 139 verse 13 and 14 says, God knit me together in my mother's womb. As someone who knits and as a perfectionist, this really resonated with me. I always do my best when I'm knitting because I want everything to come out perfect and beautiful. And yeah, it does take a lot of time, but in the end, I'm happy with my work and I want to show it off. That's how God sees me. Every single part of me, from my mind to my personality to my body, was created to be this way on purpose. Even if I don't fully know what the reasons are, I do know that God is a perfectionist too, and if this is the way He decided I need to come out, then this is the way I need to be. Number 2, you are the only person you'll always live with for as long as you live. Why hate someone you can't escape? Be someone you like to spend time with. Forgive yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't talk to yourself in a way that you wouldn't speak to someone you love. Smile at yourself in the mirror the way you would smile when you see someone you really care about. Number 3, you get to customize your character. If you don't like something about yourself, change it. I am not talking about plastic surgery or changing your personality to become like someone else. I'm talking about you working on yourself with what you already have. If you don't like how impulsive you are, think things through before doing them. Make a list of character traits that you would like to have. I wrote down patience, gentleness, kindness, loyalty, and honesty. If you need some inspiration, read Galatians 5 verses 22 to 23. What can you do to become that person? What good things about you are already a part of your character? Make sure you know what you like about what you already have. Number 4, when you look your best, you feel your best. Eat healthy, drink water, sleep well, exercise, shower, brush your teeth, do your hair. Wear things you like that make you feel confident. Rather than trying to reach a goal weight or looking like a certain body type, focus on taking care of yourself and being the healthiest version of yourself. Because a healthy weight and a healthy body looks different on everybody. Do your best to take care of yourself and accept yourself at every stage. This is hard to do. You may think, oh, I'm gonna love myself when I look this way. I wanna love how my body looks when I have a thigh gap or when I have abs or when I'm built a little bigger. But the truth is, if you don't love yourself during the process, you're not going to love yourself at the end result either. No, it seems like it wouldn't make sense, but trust me, you will always find something wrong with your body if you don't like yourself the way you are. Number 5, have a good support system. Keep people around you who make you feel good about yourself. Make sure you appreciate them and thank them. If there's anyone in your life who makes you feel bad about yourself, cut them out. Avoid them as much as you can. This is not a mean or selfish thing to do. You're not avoiding them because you don't like them or you're trying to hurt them. You're avoiding them to protect yourself, which is super important when you're at this fragile state. As you get stronger in your self-confidence, you'll be able to tolerate a little more prickly people, but while you're still fragile and you're at that beginning stage, it's just best to keep the air around you very clear and very positive. The voices that we hear around us and the things that we hear other people say about us, even if they're joking or not meant in a mean way, they all become a part of how we speak to ourselves. Make sure to focus on the words of those who want to see you succeed. And just a disclaimer, you're not going to be able to avoid everybody negative. You're not going to be able to avoid every single negative thing in your life, but as long as you're not letting those people who don't care about you speak into your life, you're good. Anybody can have an opinion. So it's up to you to decide whose voices you're gonna listen to. Number 6, listen to good music. Something I make sure I always do is to keep a playlist full of music that hypes me up no matter how I'm feeling. I think I might link my Spotify in the description for anybody who needs a good playlist. Actually, I want you to comment right now. Yes, you. Comment a song that no matter what will always put you in a good mood. I want you to also just go through the comments and listen to some songs if you need them and see what you like. You know, someone out there may have a song for you that is just perfect. Or you may have a song that you comment that someone else is gonna be like, wow, this just changed my life. I wrote that list while I was still disappointed with myself, while the voices of self-hatred were still echoing through my mind. But once I wrote that list and drew some flowers around it, which for me are a sign of healing, I started to take my own advice. And once I did that, my mood has just been going up like a crescendo. Sometimes the reason we don't get better or feel better is because at times we don't want to. It can be comfortable in a really weird way, in a scary way, to live in your self-hatred. Anyone who's gone through this knows what I'm talking about. It can be addictive to keep finding more things that you don't like about yourself. I would encourage you to pull yourself out of that and snap yourself out of it if you can, which you can do. It may seem impossible, it may seem like you don't feel like it right now, but trust me, when you start changing the way you think, it will start changing the way you act, and it will start changing the way you feel. Wanting to get better and wanting to get out of your self-hatred is the first step. So good for you. Celebrate the small victories, and eventually they'll add up to a huge victory, which is self-love. Another thing I would suggest that you do is try complimenting yourself every single time you do something good, rather than constantly hating yourself every single time you do something bad. What I do when I make a mistake, before blaming myself, I think, what did I have control over? What could I have done differently? What did I not have control over? If you think about things like that, it's easier to separate things that you should blame yourself for from things that you had no control over and you don't need to feel responsible for. Hopefully this video made sense to someone out there and helps you see yourself in a positive way. Because self-love is definitely something you can do. If you've made it this far in life, you have gone through so many things that other people have not made it through. So the fact that you're still here means you are strong enough to survive. Trust me, if I can love myself and I can learn to love myself and get on that journey, so can you. As always, thank you for watching. Stay classy, and remember, whether you feel it right now or not, you are someone worth loving. And you can love yourself. See you in my next video. Ooh. This light is trifling. It's 9 o'clock and I'm pretty sure this thing's supposed to be locked, but I'm still in here, so. Devil meant for evil, God, turn it around, just for my good. Actually, how do I have my hair? I have it on this side, right? Let's see, can I sit? Maybe, okay, we're gonna try. So my question is, I'm still trying to sit. Oh, actually. So, you know when you're going through something and so
that you do
iconic. What is love if you're not here with me? What is love if it's not guaranteed? What is love if it just stops in these? What is love? Okay. Nah, we're not keeping that in. Bruh, I'm sorry for the editing. I'm sorry. Regardless of their flaws. I don't know how to say that anyway. There's something about them. Is this even filming? Flawless, what did I say? So I made I made that video mainly for other people, but also, oh no, that's not true either. I don't know why I did that. Or puts you in a good mood. Puts you in a good mood. I was really about to say that. Man, just as a blooper real quick, I cannot count how many times, every single time I film, somebody walks in. You know, I picked the most obscure location to film. We're in the bathroom. I'll show y'all what I did. Guys, look. I put out this, the do not enter. I really tried to warn y'all. People just don't want to be warned. People just want to keep coming in to shoot. People want to be in the video. There's no answer. There's no one size fits all answer. And like, there's no one size fits all answer because it's all, oh my gosh, can I talk? Can I talk? Please? Can that happen? Okay, oh my gosh. This happens when I talk in real life too. This is why no one listens to me. Anyway, back to the actual point. Encourage yourself. Why am I singing now in everything, man? But this is the real me though. I always sing.
We all sing.
Again, I apologize to you editing. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know what? Self-love. I am thankful that I am here. Okay, yeah.